Well, we made it to the water, finally. Got Junior with me. Everything's running good right now. Check out what we got. Woo! This right here is a 2008 Triton 17 Explorer. Got a little bit of oxidation going on. Back to it here. Our trim right here don't work. We gotta figure that out. Fish finders, they're junk. Moment of truth. Fire in the hole. Maybe it's a stupid key switch. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? Pop this off, so it's in water coming out. Oh, it looks like it's plugged up. That's the next day here. And on the project of the goals for this evening is to fix this wiring. Now I've ordered a water pump and a new ignition switch that should have in a couple days. All right, we get down in here. I think this was a 3-wire. Yeah, there's the other one. It was getting dark yesterday. These are just no good, man. So what I'm gonna replace these with, I work on equipment, you know, so we got these Deutz, whatever you want to call them. These Deutz connectors, they are really good connectors. You see, let's break that one. Well, leave it in the bag. It's got this sure seal around it, and this is what all modern, you know, heavy equipment uses. And these are solid connectors. They're waterproof, and they're expensive. But I got this kit, so that's what we're putting in our boat, and then we won't have to worry about no more wire problems, hopefully. So now that everything's hooked back up the way it should be, well, we've fixed them corroded harnesses. Let's see if everything works now. Let's go with the trim right here. Oh, it's working. Awesome. So now our trim works up here. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wet sand this. See if we can't shine it up just a little bit better. Again, Harbor Freight. And I'm gonna start with 600 grit and then move all the way up to 2000 grit and then do the polishing and see what we get there. Maybe. All right, got my sheet. It'll tear me out a good. There we go. I got some soapy water here. I'm just going to dip that in there, good and wet. And go ahead and wet this down some. I'm just going to sand her down. We'll do this little spot right here so we can see how well it does. Well, we'll go all the way to the front. It's an amazing difference just with the sandpaper. It's already starting to get that glossy look. All right, now that we done sanded it down, I bought this fiberglass restoration kit. I got this off Amazon McGuire's, but you just follow the instructions on it. It's real simple, and we'll buff this in there. But you start with the oxidation removal, which I've done that sanding, so I ain't worried about that. Now we go to polish, then the wax. Polish pad, and this is cheap Harbor Freight polisher. We'll just go with a little bit like that. Kind of smear it in there so we don't fling it everywhere. All right, here we go. There you go. Quite the difference. See the shine? Dull. Got the shine back in it. And then we got the oxidation. So it compares with the bottom of the boat now. Looking good. Now, just gotta do the whole boat. That's how you do it. Well, the day after the sanding and the waxing, and it rained on this last night. So you can see it's not perfect. I mean, I still need to do some fine wet sanding. And then especially over here, it's this rough part. And I really hit this pretty good. I'm gonna have to really get into that. But that'll be this winter. This is as good as it's gonna get for the time being, because we are itching to try this thing out. But I'll put a little before and after picture here. It made a world of difference, just what little bit we did. And I probably got a total of 4 hours total in the sand and everything. So I didn't do as good a job as I should have, but like I say, it looks a million times better, and it'll be good enough for the time being till we tackle this carpet and all that, and then we'll really do it right and really make this thing pop out. All right, fresh home from work. I got some parts. I got the ignition switch. It should be pretty simple, plug and play. Let's get into this and change this out real quick. These connectors are the same. Let's check it real quick before I get too happy and proud of myself. This connector. God, that's all corroded up and nasty too. We'll put some dielectrical grease on that, but oh, I think it's gonna be a winner, boys. Let's have a look here. Plugged right up. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah. That's a whole lot better. Dang, that thing fired up so quick and easy. Man, I mean, hey, that thing's been sitting there since we run it the other day, you know, doing our little test, and man, it just boom right up. That's awesome. But let's clean this up and let's get this key switch installed. It comes with a new label to let you know to push in the choke, stuff like that. So let's put all that stuff in there. And that come on loose. Good. All right. Keys spun the right way. Yep, that's how we want to go. Now, Put our new label on there. There we go. And our nut. And there it is. Very good, guys. This is about as simple gets right there. The ignition switch. That's really not that bad. It was just that other end of the plug was corroding. This really don't look terrible. And there it is. And that's pretty much the ignition switch. At least now we got a nice little label and everything on there. So let's move on to the water pump and get that done. And man, we're ready to try this thing out. And out she comes. And out she came. Now in the comments of my last video, and I appreciate your comment, because anything y'all can tell me, like I say, I'm new to the boats, engines, but there is a thermostat in here, and then that could be, this is where your water circulates, and this is the little piss tube where it comes out, pees a little stream out there where you know you got good water flow to cool these cylinders. And I never even thought about, you know, this thing having a thermostat. So yeah, it's another learning curve, and I'm thankful for your comment. But let's pop this out. I still don't have the impeller yet to put that lower unit in and try this thing out. I should hopefully get it tomorrow. But let's pop this thermostat out and check it and see if it is in fact stuck or plugged up right there, and make sure all that's good. All right, we gotta be real careful. Trying to tear this gasket, taking this out. So I didn't order one. And there'll just be more downtime waiting. And I'm not wanting to wait no more. And the little dude's been wearing me out. When are we taking the boat? So we gotta get this thing working right. But that was that, 4 bolts. See if we can't ease this thing off. Awesome. Well, it don't look bad. There is some crud. I can get y'all in here. You see, there is a little bit of sand or dirt on the inside of that, but like not terrible, I wouldn't think. There's a like that don't look bad. Couple little things to clean out, but here's the actual thermostat. See if we can't pop this out of this thing. There's a seal, looks like, goes around that, so we gotta be careful with that. So we're trying not to order no parts here and fix what we got. Alright, pop that sucker out of there. There we go. Yeah, and you see that seal, and it goes in this little case. It was clean. Looking at it, it don't look stuck. Unless this tit's supposed to come all the way out, then it is stuck. Well, there's several ways you can test this. You can boil some water and throw this in boiling water and see if it opens up. I mean, if that's already stuck, then that's in the, that would be in the open position. But this thing would have to open to let the water flow. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a little bit of heat on this. See how I check the heavy equipment. I'll put a little bit of heat, take my little butane torch or something, put a little heat and just see if this thing moves. See if it opens up and closes like it's supposed to. So let's test that. All right, hopefully I get y'all in there good enough where you can see here, but I got my propane. And we're just gonna put a little heat and see if it moves. Yeah. You see it moving? You see how that opened up? Now this part, I don't want to touch it and burn the piss out of myself, but this is open now. Then we sit here and wait for it to cool, and then it'll close back off. So that thermostat is in fact working correctly. I got a cup of cold water. It's still open. I can touch it. It ain't crazy hot. Still open a little bit. Let's put it in this water and then watch it. Put the whole thing dipped. And there you have it. Close back off. So our thermostat is functioning. All right, I just got it kind of leaned up in the vise here. Let's see what the damage is. Inside this little housing is where your impeller that pumps your water. Da 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 da. Heck, it really didn't look that bad. Housing looks good. There's some junk in there, maybe it wasn't. Gasket still looks decent. Oh, in the center, that center bushing's got some slop in it. Nothing too crazy though. Oh, it's tore. It should have been pumping water, but I can see why it wasn't like extremely amazing. I'm glad we're doing this. Let's get this all apart and clean this all up and put some new parts in there. Alright, first thing I'm gonna wipe some of this crud off here. Some of this garbage down in here. It's not bad, just got some kind of corrosion looking stuff. Maybe. Put that on there backwards. There we go. Everything lines up good. And then plates. Alright, impellers installed. Now let's see. They were turned back that way. Top gasket. And then again with our new housing, I just dip my little finger in oil and smear some in there so it's got some kind of initial lube. A good way I found to do this is once you get to this and you got it in there and got it, you can see them sticking out underneath the cracks here, but you got all the bolts started. They're barely started. Just twist this shaft the way you need it to go, and then it'll just go right down in position. Make sure it turns free, and that way your impeller, all I'm doing is holding it down and twisting the shaft. And it went flush, so everything should be in there the way it should be. And tighten these bolts down, throw it back on the engine. Pray you got water pissing out and you didn't screw nothing up. Get something to tighten those. Don't move. Well, the only thing left to do now is put that thing on there. I got some new of these little seal tubes. So that one doesn't look terrible, but we got a brand new one. That's it. All right. This old girl back up in there. I'll tear everything off, Jason. There we go. Spline. All right, water's on. Give this thing a couple pumps. There we go. Nice and tight. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole again. I got another set. Let me try it. All right, take two. I got this toolbox. It's the only thing I could find real quick, right offhand, without cutting the barrel up. But it just does. See that? Be tough to see. It just does get past the water intake here, so if we don't have water flowing out now, then we have got some problems. So let's try this again. Get y'all in here good. Fire in the hole. pissed. Obviously, we still got problems. I don't want to run this thing long or I'm going to tear it all to pieces. I tested that thermostat. I mean, y'all seen it move. I'm going to take it out and see if it makes the water flow. Because we ain't getting no circulation. Maybe I screwed something up putting that on there. I need to take it back off. Well, we got it, boys. Okay. Now we piss some water. I'll tell you what I did. I was getting pretty wound up off camera. I took the lower unit back apart, checked all my work and everything, and it was all looking good. Everything was right. Pulled it back together, still wasn't getting no water. Popped this thermostat back off here. Still wasn't getting no water. So I took the water hose and just primed, and it was flushing going through, and I just kept going. Started it up, let it run like that for a little bit, then put the thermostat back on it, and now we got a good stream of water. Oh, crank your RPMs up, and you can really see it. I don't want to get it pissed on. We are flowy now. No alarm. Everything's normal. Man, that thing was driving me crazy though, I'll tell you that. But I'm glad we got it working. Everything's flowing good. Heads are staying cool. I guess the last thing to do is take this thing out in the water and see what it does. Well, we made it to the water, finally. Got Junior with me. Everything's running good right now. Let's open this thing up and see what she does. Well, we didn't catch no fish, but we had a good time, right?
Yeah.
Now we gotta head back, so it's been a good day. Everything's worked out good.
I want to swim.
All right, he wants to swim. Let's kick this thing into gear. Well, we successfully made it. Good trip. Got back to the house here. Our little boat done great. Done really good. Never had no issues whatsoever. So that's going to pretty much do it for this video, guys. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. We're going to have some fishing videos coming now and really get serious about our fishing this time. And I'll see you on the next video.